Friday?
No, it was Tuesday.
Oh, okay. All right. I'll watch it.
We played a game that was basically a movie with just good choices. Holy shit. The main character looks a lot like me.
Good shit. All right. Back in a second.
Hello, and welcome to Class Trip. Why is everybody laughing? Everything's cool. I, of course, am your benevolent Dungeon Master, Puck, and I am joined today by these students of Special Classes Field Team Sigma. There we go. I got it all worked out. Which I will now introduce in no particular order, starting with really excited to learn some things from some new books, as we got Bianca is here today. In a cat lasagna, we have dear Angelo as well. Oh, sorry, freshly emerged from a cat lasagna, we have dear Angelo. Just trying to keep her sanity with these kids. We've got dear Norbog, the Fear Eater, here with us today. Learning everything he can about gardening, we have our friend Ganik. And of course, finding her wings as being the mama bear of the group, we have our dear friend Lairah here today. Bears don't have wings. What are you talking about, Puck? All right. So,
unless that's a different form, I'm totally.
Look, I'm not gonna rule anything out, but
I'll hold you to it.
I just want to say Banjo-Kazooie is the perfect example of a bear with wings.
True.
I'm gonna turn into Banjo.
Yeah, but those are two different creatures. It's not the same one.
As a kid, originally when it came out, I thought it was like a merged bird bear thing.
The original owlbear? Anyway.
Look, that's awesome, though, because he's... Okay, Banjo-Kazooie is a really great game, and everybody should play it. I have so many good memories. But we're not here to talk about that today. Previously on Class Trip... This is an incredible episode already. Previously on Class Trip, our class students had emerged from a local herbalism shop in Waterdeep while investigating the unusual happenings of an organization that has no name but has a symbol, which is a U-shaped symbol with a serpent and a snake facing each other over the background of a large black circle. And just trying to determine the nature of this organization and what exactly they're playing at. But they were interrupted because there were lizard men dropping from the sky. Lizard men using a particular concoction that causes them to grow in strength while their bodies slowly deteriorate. And what's worse, they had blow darts with this substance in it, and they were started infecting the townspeople with it. Among the townspeople that were infected, poor dear Angelo was also hit, and kind of hulked out for a bit and took a swing at Norbog, and man, it was dire. It was some dire straits. From there, our heroes went and had a chat with Captain Russ Caraway, just to discuss how Russ is trying to deal with this problem, and perhaps he could be of assistance to help them sort out what exactly is going on here. Once they got past a little altercation with an unusual bureaucrat, they decided to head over to Edith's house, and Edith, a friend of Russ's, allowed them to stay for the night and keep track of a cart that may be delivering these unusual alchemical substances to Waterdeep. They encountered the cart and found that the drivers were not human, or even technically alive? I don't know, philosophical things. But they were Warforged constructs, seemingly without any kind of personality or anything to them. They just asked our party to get out of the way so they could keep moving. They did, and the cart departed, and they were given some supplies and equipment from dear Edith to continue their journey. And that's where we join them now. Outside of Edith's farm, just north of Waterdeep, as this unusual cart moves off into the morning light.
Can we get a rundown of what Edith gave us again?
Edith gave you a cart, a strong horse, 2 scrolls of dispel magic, and a reflective stone that when you capture the reflection of something in it and then put the stone in your pocket, you take on the form of that thing as a minor illusion.
We only have one of those?
You have 2 of those.
Okay. That's what I wrote down stones, but then I didn't write down how many stones, so I was like, oh no.
Oh, what is your next move, team? Anybody?
Before this cart gets way too out of hand and out of sight, perhaps it is time that we depart from Miss Sanders. Maybe with my pass without trace, silently follow this cart.
Absolutely, you may. It's not moving at a very quick pace. So even on foot, you could keep pace with it, although you imagine would get quite tiring over time. But with your pass without a trace up, you're practically indetectable or undetectable.
Was there any way to determine what that signal was that they raised into the sky? Norbog, have you ever experienced any arcane signaling that these...
I'm not very good at the arcane. It's a little outside of my wheelhouse. If I've seen it before, I couldn't tell you what it is.
I will sit here and pray on it and ask for Lord Sylvanas to perhaps say it's within their heart to bless me with the knowledge of what this potential magic spell was. Lord Sylvanas.
And I did get a good look in seeing that they were Warforged. So
yes,
any spells that perhaps animate Warforged or a robot creature from far away.
Well, there are lots of animate spells that kind of, just bring life to inanimate objects. You're not certain that that's what this is. However, you do both get the feeling that had you not have stopped what you were doing, it's possible that Warforged was either going to cast an offensive spell or some kind of dancing lights.
Yeah, I had dropped a magical awareness on them last week, and that would have exposed any spells, and I believe there weren't any active spells on them at the time.
Well, then we can't be sure that the dispelling magic would stop the creatures. Or at least I don't think.
With these scrolls from Miss Sanders, and I'm not sure how good of an idea it would be to dispel them and cease them from existing and then taking over their looks. They could be on their way to meet more, in which case that would be a bigger issue than it is now.
But we still need to figure out where they're going.
In a slow, crawling chase it is.
All right. If you guys are following them, the cart and the strong horse that Edith Sanders has provided for you guys, well, support all of you as you go to follow it. If you keep pace with it, which fairly easily. Like I said, they're not going too fast. You're able to just kind of keep an eye on them. They don't seem to pay much attention to you as they go. And they continue to travel on a set path through day and night. For 2 days along the long road.
2 days. How fast are we going, like, pace-wise with them?
You want miles per hour?
Yeah, ish. Are we like? Is it just like a little jaunt, or are we like fucking like full
like
going, or like
no,
what?
like a slow pace, like
Okay.
just like a caravan pace.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bianca, hear me out.
Oh, God.
What if they're no longer paying any attention, we get in the back of their cart to see what's back there? I know you're a fan of investigating carts and carriages. You're super stealthy with your magic and your unlock ability. I believe you have some sort of like thing about you that you could cast open. If they're going so slow, we could just a little peek. Just peekaboo.
As far as I remember, I'm pretty sure I peered in the back when we walked by, and there was nothing in the back of the.
You did take a peek at it, and it appeared to be empty.
So, I don't think that there is any merit in chasing after what lies in the back of the cart, because I don't think there's anything in there.
Well, then this is even more weird that Caraway sent us the message to follow this empty cart. There was no way to even double check if this is the actual cart of goods.
I am not sure that goods are necessarily something that we need to care much about. I think that all that matters is that they're showing us where to go and that we're following them. Which I also would like to point out that at some point we're possibly going to want to lag behind and leave the cart so no one sees us following them. Or we have to sort of follow on our way like we weren't following them and then double back.
I agree. Should they reach their destination and there is potentially a place to stash our cart, it would make it easier to maybe deceptively walk up and approach.
Precisely. And I have, obviously I can turn myself invisible. I could also turn someone else invisible if they wanted to go up and do that instead of myself.
You can turn invisible? By Sylvanas, that is an amazing gift to have.
Did you not see that before? Yes, that is, yeah. I did.
How could he see you be invisible?
Well, all right. That's fair. Yeah, so, it's a possibility. I'm just throwing that out there. Something we could do. That's all.
Okay, I love the options you are presenting us to have. I will keep this in the back of my mind for later.
I do have a spell that can unlock things. It's rather loud, so I'd prefer to not, if possible. But
that's important information to know. Loud spell. How exactly loud is it?
oh, it's rather loud. You could hear it from quite some ways away.
What a disadvantage that gives you.
It's not really for subtlety. It's more so to just get where you're going, or if no one is around.
I wait for the moment we can break through a door together and we can tell them hands in the air. That'd be a great moment for us.
You can do the door kicking, and I'll be there.
Well, what a waste of a moment. It'd be cool if you just use your spell and it's just.
I mean, I suppose. Yeah, that's true. I could do that, and then you can pretend like you kicked it, and then.
You will grant me the honor of looking stronger than I naturally am.
Yes, yep, I would do that.
+1.
+1 for Bianca. So it does take some time to follow this cart. It doesn't give you guys any time to rest. How do you want to manage that? Because there is enough room in the back of the cart supplied to you by Edith for people to sleep. Do you guys want to do shifts? Is there anybody that sleeps lighter?
I'm down for
Well-
shifts.
Ooh.
Well,
sounds good.
Bianca, since
Yes.
it looks like we're gonna be doing nothing for a really long time, and I'm not good at doing nothing for
Mhm.
any certain amount of time. Do you have any books that you can read to me that maybe I could peer and could maybe learn?
Well, I do have a book on me. I think that the subject matter might be a little heavy.
Is it your diary?
No. It is a book on elementals. And sort of elemental study, primordial things.
I mean, I'm good to try. Really, anything. Do you have any fairy tales?
No. I could okay, hold on. And she's gonna grab out some paper. She's gonna like write some shit down real quick. And be like,
That's great. Are you writing your own fairy tale?
no. I am not a writer, but I this is how I was taught how to read. So and like she basically like writes down the letters of common and is like, okay, so here's what these are, and like, you know, your name is this, so this is how you would spell that, and like going through all of that, and starts doing little things like that.
He's
You
just like
start
really close into
tutoring
your
Angelo.
like face, and then like pulls back and is trying to point at things and is always pointing at the wrong things. And you're like, "This is your name." And he like points to your name, and it's just a back and forth for really. But I have seen those letters before. I think that they must be very common.
Just letters, or
Yeah.
yes, they are used for virtually everything.
Oh, so like when we're traveling and we have to like decipher things off of a door or something, but they're not these letters usually.
Sometimes, so there are other languages. I know a few. So she'll write down some letters in Draconic just to like, you know, show him what they look like and be like, so I'm not going to get into this because Draconic is a little bit obtuse, but it is you know, these are what they look like, so that's potentially maybe what you've seen before, or
Can you
something.
write in Orcish too?
I do not know Orcish. No.
Oh, darn. I kind of like look over at Nick, and I don't know if you're paying attention to what's happening over here.
I've been listening, Angelo, and I already added the +1 for your attempt to learn how to read. I commend your effort. I do speak Orcish. However, at the moment, I would like to take my sleep and potentially receive this long rest, for I have been concentrating on this pass without trace spell for the past hour, and I'm very weary. And
Do you think?
maybe in the daytime we can circle back.
Yeah. Maybe next time we have to do a really long, boring travel like this, we could write a story together where like I don't know, I can help tell the story and then you two can help write it and I can learn maybe a couple words that way.
Angelo, Gimmick puts his hand on Angelo's shoulder. We will write our story.
Brilliant! That's a great idea. I bet Avalon Knights Academy would really like to have our tales told.
You can call it the class trip.
I mean, you are a bard,
Roll credits.
aren't you? Isn't telling
Yes.
stories sort of what you do?
Oh, yes. Yes, for sure. I tell stories, often with music, but I think there's something really special about telling a story together, especially if you're good at writing. And I know Gnick's very asleep now and poetic, and I got like imagery. Then it'll be good together.
Sure. I mean, think of all of the stories that you can tell when you can read them.
Yeah, and hopefully write them.
Yeah. Well, that's another skill set. Let's focus on reading first.
Oh no, too many things.
Yeah. So A's.
Ace. Ace. Like my name.
Then.
Yes. And then you have what are called vowels, which are the main letters. Got A, which is in your name. You actually have 3 vowels in your name of the 5. You've got A, you have E, and then that's gonna be a whole thing.
That goes on for some time.
Yeah.
So yeah, you guys kind of work out a system where you're kind of alternating tutoring Angelo and sleeping and following this cart. It takes a bit of time. The trail itself is, huge mountainsides on one side and then rocky coastline to the other side, until you start to reach just past Thornhold, which is this massive old lighthouse that kind of sits just out of the edge of the road towards the ocean more. You start to come to the edges of the Mire of Dead Men, and it sprawls out before you. It's this massive saltwater swamp, full of dead trees, and in the darkness of it, you occasionally catch a glimpse of some old, overgrown ruin, as you traverse past it. The high road that you're traveling along actually goes along the edge of the Mire of Dead Men. It skirts just around it. It's not in use during the fall and sometimes during the spring, although it's been unusually dry this year, because it does tend to flood with the winter melt. So as you guys follow this cart, and it gets further and further along the high road along the Mire of Dead Men, it somewhat abruptly stops. And then it pulls into just the edge of the mire. And then the Warforged get out of the cart and begin stomping through the muck of the Mire of Dead Men, moving towards the west.
I vote that we stop here, backtrack it a bit.
Yes,
Hide
we should probably stop by cart and maybe stash them away and pray these horses aren't taken by whatever creatures are within these swamp areas.
Or we could set them free.
I can talk to him and tell him to take cover. Don't worry about it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, that's very useful.
Wait. Oh.
What should they return? Perhaps.
I mean, we'd have to walk back, but yeah, I could tell him to just turn around and walk back home.
Or if danger comes, then they return.
Why don't you just communicate to them that we will come back? That we're just going to leave them here, and that will.
I cast speak with animals.
All right.
As I can.
Okay.
Hey, horses. Hey, how are you? I'm Norbog. What's your names? I love having speak with animals.
How have you not already named these horses?
Right.
For shame?
You know I'm in this game, Sean.
Okay. Whatever. I'm going to use the same voice I use the other week. I'm Edwin, and this is Edward.
Oh, it's really nice to meet you guys. We're gonna be going on our own now. If we leave you, are you guys gonna be safe? Do you see a place that you could hang out safely? Are you okay with that?
Well, we could probably go into those hills. There's probably lots of nice grass up there.
Okay, we're probably gonna come back, so we'll try and find you there. But if there's danger, do you remember the way we rode up here together?
Oh, yeah, that's the road. We
You
can
guys
follow the road.
You guys okay if I tell them to run if there's danger? Or do you want them to wait if there's danger?
I mean, I suppose a horse that's run away is better than a dead horse.
Am I thinking too? Okay, so Edwin
Can they
and
run but not run too far? Like run out of danger but be close by for us?
Yeah, that's what I'm going to ask them to do. I'm going to ask them to stay.
Hold
if
on.
They can do. Yeah.
Horses are afraid of small
Everything.
creatures. So I don't know if telling them to stay away from anything that might be dangerous is necessarily a good call. Maybe we just tell them to go a bit of a ways and we'll just meet them further back.
Okay.
And as a contingency, I can transform into a horse and provide 2 passengers.
In theory, so could Lairah, and then the two of you could just pull the cart.
That's true. Yeah. So new horse friends. Yeah. Go like chill out in those hills over there. Stay safe. Keep out of danger, but we'll be back. Okay. I'll like call to you. You're good. I'm Norbog. You'll remember us. We're very unique. But yeah. Just
Okay.
tuck yourselves out of the way a little bit, please. And
Well,
thank
if you need us, just go ahead and whistle.
Okay, that's very kind of you. Thank you.
You know how to whistle, don't you?
Norbog does.
You don't know how to whistle?
Kind of do it.
Oh my
Shut up, Faye.
I can't do the.
I can't do that. No.
No.
And this is when I would normally break into a copywritten song. Put your lips together. And then I'd play the song and we'd sing it. I hope all y'all just go and listen to that too.
Norbog has a beautiful whistle that sounds like it would call birds down from the trees to perch delicately on her finger, okay?
Yes.
go with that.
transition. Just
Yeah,
like,
100%. 100% that.
All right. So the horses go off safely into the hills. What do you guys do?
are we a stealthin'? Yeah. Yes.
We can stealth it.
Yeah.
Well, we got 2 people who can turn into animals. We got somebody who's invisible. I'm not sure what Angelo can do. I'm pretty
Unless-
stealthy, but
I mean, Lyra's holding my stones for me. I could turn into something.
That. I think that those are more. You won't look like an animal. You just look like a different person if you did that. So I mean,
I
you
couldn't
could, but
look at the horses that just ran away. I couldn't have done that.
I don't know specifically
we
how
could
these
test
ones
it.
work, but I know that like for normal disguising.
I think you think too
Magics.
much. Let's try it.
Okay.
All right.
I imagine
So-
I ask Lairah for one of my stones, and she
Sure.
gives it to
She
me.
hands it over. And all right. So do you want to test it against a horse?
Well, the horses are unless we can backtrack. But I was also thinking whatever our animal friends turn into, we could just have more animals.
Well,
of those.
there are the horses that are previously here from the Warforge.
I could be a horse. You know what? I've been a cowboy, so might as well try being a horse.
All right. So if you hold it up to the horse, the stone is reflected. In the horse is reflected in the stone.
A very pretty horse.
All right. So the next step is to put it in your pocket.
I forgot that part.
That's
I'm
okay.
just staring at the stone. It's so
That's okay.
beautiful. What do I do with this thing again? In my pocket.
In your pocket,
In my pocket.
or maybe
Put it
your
in my
bag
pocket.
or satchel.
It's in my pocket now.
All right. Magically, Angelo takes on the form of a horse walking around on two legs.
Oh, walking is not what I'm doing. I'm prancercising. So does that mean I'm a centaur now?
No.
You're just an upright horse.
You're just like walking.
Right.
Oh no.
Angelo, I need you
What?
on all
Can I talk, or can
fours.
only
On
Norbog hear
all
me?
fours.
Oh my
No,
god, that's a great
it's-
question.
You're not transformed. That's just how you look. So you can
Wait,
still
what?
talk. Everybody can still hear you. You're not transformed.
Okay.
That's how people perceive you.
Horses aren't bipedal, Angelo. You gotta go.
Oh no, yeah, you prance with all four of your legs. It's like you're doing a little walk dance.
Okay, and I give it a try. Now I'm trying to prancercise on four legs, but I've never actually done this before, so it probably looks real dumb.
Yeah, it looks really weird. It looks like the proportions aren't right. Part of the legs are actually in the ground. It's like, have you ever played like a really badly clipped 3D game with like the animals are just clipping into everything? It looks like that.
So this isn't gonna work. This is worse. This is somehow worse than us just walking in.
Wait, are you saying I wasted a stone?
No, I think we could still use them. Just like take it out of your pocket.
I have a hoof.
You don't
Do I
actually
still
a-
have? Okay.
Yeah, it didn't change you. It didn't change you physically. It just made you look different to everybody else.
Okay. I take the stone out of my pocket and does it look like the magic is gone from it now, or can it be used more than once?
No, you take it out of your pocket, and everybody perceives you as Angelo again, and it looks like the stone is ready for another reflection.
Ooh, cool. I go and hold it up to Bianca.
All right. Bianca's reflection is caught in the stone,
Oh.
And I put it in my pocket.
and Angelo looks like Bianca now.
Oh, hello, everyone. It's me, Bianca. I am so bookish. I know how to read. Why is everyone laughing?
Pretty good. That's pretty
Oh,
good,
thanks.
Angelo.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I start singing a song as Bianca.
Oh God.
But then I actually realized this, that I would probably be drawing way too much attention to us, and I stop playing, and I take the stone out of my pocket. I probably do this to everyone in the party, actually.
All right. So Angelo's spending his time switching between looking like everyone in the party.
And now I am Ganik, and the sky is so beautiful, and this is the greatest app.
love it so much.
Did not realize how much of a vampire I sounded like.
You have a thing for the undead, no?
Then we gave up on our quest, and Angelo just roasted everyone.
It started like an improv game.
Oh,
Oh, it's so.
God, one-man improv show, please.
This is all just a little bit too much. I will just go over here now and be all silent. Keep doing what you're doing, children.
Wait,
And for Lairah, it's just red.
wait, no. I wasn't sure who that was supposed to be.
Hey, well, I rolled poor performance on that one, okay? But seriously, what am I gonna actually be, y'all? Like,
Well, how sneaky are you, Angelo?
I mean, top of the game, I rolled a 20 for poops, but I mean, I could roll again. Stealth.
In general.
Well,
Oh,
Pass
like,
Without
yeah.
a Trace gives you all +10 to that.
Is that or is that on right now? Or is that a thing that you have cast today?
It was only
don't know,
1
did I?
hour.
Mhm.
I can
Yeah,
now.
but we've been traveling for days, so like
I can now recast this Pass Without Trace, which will allow us to be super stealthy.
I'm just saying that if someone was less confident in those skills, I could make them invisible instead. That was all. I don't
Oh.
need to be the invisible one.
Ideally, I would like to maybe save my powerful spell slots just in case it really pops off.
I mean, it is a more powerful spell that I have, but we can do it. We also could just sneakily go behind them without anything, and then if we need it, hold on to it for later, because it only lasts for an hour.
Then that's the plan. We sneakily follow them. Try not
But-
to get caught. Should they spot us, we'll use the scroll to disable them. And then the Stone of Reflection.
So who has the scrolls?
Not me.
You have the scrolls?
No.
I assumed Bianca had them, to be honest.
I have the scrolls.
Mm-mm.
I don't know. It was a trick question.
It was more rhetorical.
on our last plan, when we were trying to convince them that we were mercenaries because we are, and that was easy. Did they see all of us, or did they just see Bianca? I know they saw me because I came out later. Lairah was a bear.
There was a bear. I assumed that they saw everyone. I assumed that everyone was on the side.
They very well could have, but you don't know a whole lot about how they perceive things.
Don't know their field
'Cause-
of vision.
Because
Yeah,
we could
right,
just we could just be mercenaries on a quest. Like we don't really have to.
I mean, in
No.
theory, we could just ride through the Mire like we're there for a different reason. Although, why would we be in the Mire of dead men? I feel like this is bound to fail.
That's what we do best.
I think.
Bianca, failure leads to learning.
Failure could also potentially lead to death, so I would rather stay away from that
That's true.
aspect of it. And
Well, we have the strong Norbog here to protect us from this death. I truly believe in the strength of Norbog.
so we're just going to throw Norbog at the metal men and run away? Is that the plan?
No,
Yeah, that does happen a lot.
only
Like, yes.
in our
yes.
failure, will we throw in Norbog.
Or we could just try and follow them. You're a woodsy type, Nick. You follow them through the wilderness. You
I can.
trees.
So
I don't.
just me I will gladly take on this role and follow them
Quietly now.
wishing I could communicate with you as far as where exactly we're going.
Well, I would assume that we'd all be going. You would just be leading us.
Oh, then by all means, yes. Let us venture forth.
Dude's all ready to trudge into the mire of dead men on his own and be like, I hope I live.
It's gonna be a half fork sandwich. Yeah.
He's like, I'm the best tracker. Just walking up.
All right. So, give me, Ganek, how do you wish to track these? You can give me a nature or survival check, or you can use a spell. If you have one that can do it, I don't know.
I'm sitting here going, you just gonna give me a spell? Like,
No, look,
Okay,
I don't know
make
what
up
you
a
got.
spell.
So, like, druids can change what spells they have every day. So you technically know all of the spells.
I'm just gonna use natural skills,
right.
son. I'll go for nature. How does nature sound?
All right, give me some nature. Roll up a nature for me. What do you got?
Oh,
Okay, cool. So that's a 6.
Incredible.
There are one other druid technically could help, maybe.
Do they have a scent?
hold on,
Poke?
hold on, guys.
thought-
I got this.
I
I
thought
don't
that
let the
Lairah was
nature
watching
fool
the
you.
horses.
Yeah.
Yeah, Lyra
As
said
you
she was
can
gonna watch the
see,
horses.
the swampland is particularly gracious in the amount of water that really is absorbed through the roots of the trees. Now, when each tree is grown, if you notice on the left side, the moss is really just living through. I'm supposed to be tracking it. I'm so sorry.
I don't
You
even know
put
where
me
they
in.
went.
You
at this
put me in
point.
nature, and it just my religion takes over.
Can I smell them at all with my sniffy nose that we've established
Give me-
I have?
Give me a
My
sniffy
mighty,
nose check.
my mighty snoot.
What's a sniffy nose check?
It is a perception, madam.
17. That's pretty good for me in perception. Wisdom is not my strong
And-
suit.
And it is with advantage when you are sniffing.
Ooh, good.
A sniffing bean.
Yeah.
That is a natural 20.
You got the scent.
Got the guys. I can
So-
smell them.
It's slow going through the mire. The soil is very soft, wet, and loose here. And your feet sink in with each step. It's like a slurp, slurp. And as you, because of the heavy nature of the Warforged constructs, as you follow the smell, it's not long before you see their deep, plodding footprints in the soil in this place as well, which makes it a little bit easier to follow them.
As it becomes easier, I turn to whoever is behind me. Shh, we're definitely closer, so quieter.
We're like stealth. We've been passed without traced, right? So like we're not leaving footprints.
No.
Pass without trace is not on.
Oh, you didn't.
He's saving it.
You are passing with Trace.
Oh, fuck.
So Norbog whispers back to Bianca, and Bianca potentially whispers back to Angelo, and Angelo like whispers back to no one who's behind him.
So
Sneaking now. Quiet time. Okay.
Yeah.
you can sneak all you want.
Don't be suspicious.
Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious.
I'm really
As you descend into this place, it's very dark. There's kind of a mist-like fog that hangs over the whole place. It's difficult to see very far. It's almost like pitch darkness as you look deeper into the swamp as it sprawls out in front of you. There are the occasional sounds of crickets and frogs. You hear things drop and move through water over and over again. And all of the trees in this place are mostly dead. You get those kind of root cages that, after all of the soil has eroded away, kind of left standing in there. What is very unusual is that there is a unusually high concentration of these big, thick tree roots, kind of twisting and tangling and arching out of the earth around you in various places. And as you move past them, traveling through the swamp, Gnick, could you make a dexterity saving throw for me, please? A skeletal hand reaches out from one of these gnarled, twisted roots and grabs your clothes.
Demon! The dead is risen, and we must strike now with the vicious. I just scream it super loud, by the way.
like the hand is still holding on to him, and he's just spouting like religion.
Norbog's soul leaves her body.
My instinct is to just draw my sword and slash at the hand that's got his cloak.
Very well.
I'm gonna cast mage armor on myself.
Okie dokie. There are two kinds of people. You know what, Angelo? You hit it. Just
Nice.
With a swing, the bone detaches, leaving just a skeletal forearm still clutching onto the cloak of Gnick. And the stub of bone you can see sticking out, almost wrapped completely by these gnarled roots pressed into it. Have you ever seen like a tree grow up around a chain link fence? That kind of thing. Like it's completely enveloped whatever this skeletal arm was attached to.
You're gonna get a souvenir, Gnick.
I'd rather see what other undead needs the smiting. And I immediately cast Fairy Fire, which is in a 20-foot cube within the range. Any creature is outlined in green for us to see. Should we become able to see them?
Okay. You do that, and you see...
It's a dex save of 13 if you need that information.
It should be fine. Okay. What color is your fairy fire, Gnick?
Oh, it's a nature green because Lords... No, I'm just kidding. It's just green.
You see various humanoid figures outlined in nature green, entangled within these roots. And they're everywhere. There's at least 12 in the area that you cast Fairy Fire. They're in the ground. They're tied up in the roots. They're just trapped in all of these places. Some of them are struggling. You see the occasional twitch or flail of an arm or cocking of the head.
Almost like it's called
my purpose.
It's the mire of dead men for a reason. They're everywhere. They're all over the place. This is what this place is.
I must stay here until they are vanquished.
I thought that was more of a like warning to not go in. Like, oh, that's the real deadly place.
It is. It's a yes.
But I didn't realize. Okay. Why didn't anyone say anything?
It's in the name, Bianca.
All of these undead, all these humanoid figures are trapped.
Good. Oh, I'm glad
There's no way we can save them all.
Okay, Angelo, they're already dead.
Gimmick is already smashing the nearest one with his quarterstaff, just bringing it right on down on top of one.
There's like half a skull poking out of the roots, just like the top of it from like here up, and you shatter it open. And you can see the heavy barked roots underneath it, like it had grown right through the skull.
Hey, You like nature, and they're part of nature now. Let's
Angelo,
go. Let's meet them.
This location is unbalanced. There are too many undead to be next to the beautiful living tree of the swamps.
Oh, you're unbalanced. Let's go.
Eliminate.
I like grab his arm and start pulling him.
Take a swing at another one.
Some of them you can't even reach. They're deep in the mud.
Nick, shh. We're trying to be stealthy. You're screaming.
I'm just attacking.
So, Gnick continues to smash whatever twisted pieces of undead are still poking out of gnarled roots in various places. They struggle, but they seem unable to free themselves.
Are we in visual distance? Can we like see anything like coming up, like something sticking out, or is it just trees right now?
It's just trees. And these thick, heavy roots that kind of arc in and out of the soil and that have encapsulated these various undead around you. They're getting thicker and denser as you progress deeper into the swamp. Smite.
Holding on to one arm, holding on to another arm. Stop it.
Can I cast Speak with Animals again? And see if there's anybody here who would like to talk? All right, I cast Speak with Animals. And what might be in a swamp? I'll speak frog. Hi, any frogs around?
Eerily quiet.
Do I hear any other animals? Not even like with Speak with Animal. Do I hear like chirping or?
Nothing.
Nope. Oh, animal friends are no help.
I think if we would just quiet and she elbows Gnick.
You have no right to interrupt the undead smiting.
If you keep smiting the undead, you're going to get us killed.
And then we'll be undead, and then you'll be unnatural.
Yeah, do you want to become one of those things?
I will only listen to save my friends. That is the only reason. And I look at one skull and I rip its head right out of the ground. That is the only reason you continue to move.
Second goal that you wrote down. What was that?
Well, actually, Gnick, as you go to reach for this skull to pull it out of the ground, more roots grow up around it and lash onto it and pull it under.
I don't like this swamp.
Look, Gnick, the nature is doing what you want it to do. Sylvanas is with the nature. It's taking care of the dead for us, okay? Can we keep going?
I really wish he got a better nature checker at this point. Anyways, so... I'm sorry. There is a light in the distance as you move deeper and deeper into the swamp. Yeah, 40, 50 feet ahead.
Drop a magical awareness. See what's magical 60 feet in front of me.
Okay. This swamp is dense with necromantic magic.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It's thick with it.
How many C's, Puck? How many C's?
It's like, we're talking like 8 C's.
Anything besides necromancy.
This swamp is dummy thick with necromancy.
I hate it. Big Sexy isn't even here to enjoy it.
Oh, God.
Where's Penn when you need him?
Oh,
Where's Penn to observe
Make Penn go on the next one.
This is the second one of these that I had stuff in it that Penn would really enjoy.
And that's why I didn't get asked.
So I'm gonna put no undead stuff in the one that we put Ben into. So
No undead and only animals that you could talk to but won't.
It's gonna be it's all gonna be animals and like angels and stuff. A bunch of stuff that he just doesn't care about. He doesn't like. Okay.
Okay, anything besides necromancy in this swamp?
No, the necromancy is overpowering everything.
Okay. Guys, this is gonna come as a shock to all of you, but this place reeks of necromancy.
Oh, wow.
And Norbog is terribly sincere that you guys like can't pick up on that.
I'm
Are you saying
incredibly surprised. Never.
there
would have
is a
thought-
master of the undead here?
I'm not saying that. Just that there's a lot of magic here.
Actually,
Oh.
Stop.
if anybody would like to make a history check,
Well, now
I
we
would
all
love
would.
to make a history check. I would love to do that.
I don't think of it.
Dirty 20.
okay, a dirty 20. Oh, Gnick.
Nick.
Gnick.
Hey, a crit.
You
Let's
tell
go.
You tell
you guys-
me.
It occurs to all of you.
All at once, we're all like, oh.
Except me. I'm like, what are we owing?
There was a legend that back when the avatars of gods walked the earth, the god of death, Merkel. I waited for it because I was like, she's gonna laugh.
Come on, his name's Merkel.
Merkel's gonna kill you now. He's just
Fucking
gonna smite you.
The god
Steve
of death, Merkel,
Merkel.
was killed off the coast of the Mire of Dead Men up in the sky, and his bone dust fell all over the Mire of Dead Men. And that is why it is full of minor undead now.
Hey.
So
Sounds like an old thing.
is that Bianca's official assessment?
No, that's my official assessment.
Okay.
Bianca's fascinated. She loves history.
Sounds like old shit.
Huh? Jesus Christ. Okay.
What are we gonna do?
I think that we should approach that light from multiple angles to see if we can figure out what's happening in there without going into it.
Okay, I agree, but one of us needs to go with Gnick, and I take his hand and I interlock my fingers with his fingers.
I
Sounds
promised
like you're the one.
no more killing of the undead, which is kind of redundant.
They're still holding my hand for a while. Let's go.
I guess that leaves us together.
Wait. She says very sincerely.
Good.
You want to hold hands too? I'm really good at it. My usual party really likes to hold my hand sometimes. It's a bit weird, but I mean, if you want, you can.
Is this important to you?
I don't know. It seems important to them, so I just thought I'd offer. You don't
Insight
have to.
check. Oh God,
Where'd
Oh my God.
dice go?
I didn't
Good.
roll very well.
Okay.
I rolled
Well-
a 10.
Well, I can tell you that an insight check on Norbog is pretty damn great no matter what you roll, because Norbog is painfully sincere. Yeah, her party, few of them constantly ask to hold her hand, and she thinks it's a tiny bit weird, but always,
But does
acquiesces. It's
she
friendship.
does she secretly want to hold?
No, she's just flat out offering it because she's very used to dealing with this
She's like, is
question.
this normal?
She's like, Ed does this all the time, and he's kind of a really smart human, so maybe it's a smart human thing.
I'm good. I
Okay.
don't need that. But thank you for the offer. It's very sweet.
Meanwhile, in the Forest of the Dead, two half-orc bards with dreadlocks are
Are holding
prancing while
hands.
holding hands. And by bard, I didn't mean bard, just half-orcs.
Oh my goodness. So yeah, we're stealthing
You're
around.
approaching.
I'm
you're-
sneaky.
You're stealthing and approaching from both sides. All right. Give me them stealth rolls, guys. Let's see what it looks
absolutely
like.
the stealthiest of you. And then I'm worried. 11.
Okay.
21.
You rolled
Very-
back.
Very the lead on that one. Okay.
Nick, come
That's
on.
not a 5.
Love it. I love it.
Good.
And, how'd we do, Bianca?
I had a 14,
Okay.
so not great.
We're a little suspicious.
A little
No,
suspicious.
it's because the entire time we're walking, I'm muttering, "Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious."
And yeah, so you guys aren't super quiet. Angelo's the most
Wait,
quiet out of
Well,
everybody.
which one's the loudest? Wait, I thought we split. Are we all together?
No, you guys split.
Okay. All right.
Both groups are not quiet.
Which one's louder than the other? Is the real.
I'm
Technically yours.
probably stomping on like little bones just to get my fill. Just like, ooh,
Because
a
there's
wrist
still
bone.
one quiet person
Snap.
in Gnick and Angelo.
It's opposite day, y'all.
Is that a femur? Snap.
You got like one group that is combined average quiet and another group that is very quiet and one very loud. And so we're both doing about the same.
Yeah, it's
It hits somewhere in the middle.
yeah, it hits somewhere in the middle. It doesn't hit great either way.
Is that a caucus bone? Punt.
You got you dumb old skeleton.
Why does he know skeletal structure like so?
He's really into killing undead. He's just like he studies it and he knows. So you guys approach from both sides. There's no movement at this light, and as you get close to it, you can see that the light is from the kind of last remaining embers of a campfire. And there are these simple kind of mud huts, 3 of them surrounding this campfire on a semi-dry patch.
Are there any signs of current humanoids creatures around?
Did you say 3 warforged or metal people on the thing?
No, 3 mud huts.
Oh, I thought you said that they're. Okay, never mind. Yep, never mind.
3 mud huts surrounding a campfire.
Good. I have a good brain.
All right.
I was to be the smart one in this group.
You
Listen,
see-
I didn't say that I was Bianca. My brain is doing too many things at once, okay?
Did I
Nick with a
roll?
14 perception. It looks like this camp has recently been in use. There are some kind of simple linen cloths hanging over the doorways to each of the mud huts. You can't see inside. And you do see the footprints of the Warforged seem to have cut through here.
Cut
Does it look
through,
like
but
the
not
footprints stopped?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, they didn't stop here.
Okay. Are there any windows on any of these huts?
No.
Before we like approach or anything else happens, I look at Angelo and I take off my backpack and I go, Angelo, I wasn't wearing my armor, and I put my armor on.
Actually, the way that you said that and like your backpack and like the just everything you just did turned me on a little bit. Okay. And then I
It's
go
like,
about
I don't have my armor on.
yeah. It's like, oh, I didn't know. Okay.
I know, but my broad shoulders looks like they're padded. But no, that last fight we did, I wasn't wearing anything.
Mm-hmm.
It impedes my movement.
Well, it's good to know. I'm glad that you're wearing things now. You're safer. I'm gonna go look very poorly, by the way. I rolled a 7
Yeah.
to investigate this space. Catch you later. And I like let go of your hand and search.
I will join you on this investigation.
Okay, but like maybe like few feet away. I can't. Boy.
It's with your 7 investigation, you can see that it's a pretty simple camp. There's kind of like scattered primitive weapons around the campfire. Probably bullywugs. Kind of anthropomorphic frog people. Ganik, you notice roughly the same thing, although it seems that this fire was started probably last night. And it's just now kind of burning down to embers. You also notice that the roots that you have been seeing getting thicker and more active as you traverse this swamp. There is a root that dips into the earth at the edges of each of these mud huts.
Do the mud huts have windows?
No.
I would think that we are just staying on the outside and just kind of walking and then being like, the fuck are they doing? And they keep going.
It's like, bye!
They don't see us. We're sneaking.
Yeah, absolutely.
Actually,
Nobody sees you guys. You're so sneaky.
Just like on that note too, I think eventually I'd be like, where are the other two? And be like looking to the outskirts to see if like something happened to y'all. And because you're not being super stealthy, I just like see glimpses of you and like trees rustling. And at first I'm like, oh, it's Pete. Oh, it's just them.
See some like big ears sticking out from behind a tree, and you're like, yeah, that's Norbog.
There she is. I mean, oh, she's so hidden. So.
Can we tell if this is like Dunzo, or does it seem like they're going to come back?
I don't know. You could look inside the huts and see if there's anybody home.
Oh, but
I'm
there's
peeking
things
inside the
moving.
huts.
Oh,
I'm doing it. I'm peeking inside
okay, Bardic
the huts.
Inspiration. I'm Bardic Inspirationing you.
So, you peek inside the hut. And it's a pretty horrific sight. You can see that the root has come up through the floor of the mud hut and encapsulated around a bullywug. And it has created a glass-like kind of pod around it. And it's immersed in some kind of amber liquid. The strands of wood and root kind of wrap around it, encasing it. And you can see that parts of its flesh and its body have begun to flake away. You can see portions of its bone underneath. It looks as though it's being digested.
Angelo, I'm really unsure whether to intervene or not, but it seems like this tree is gathering the life force of what I pretend to think to be known as the woolly bug. And if that is the way that Lord Sylvanas has decided to return the nutrients back to the earth, I don't think I should bother this natural thing happening with this tree and its roots.
I mean, you know more about nature than I do. I believe you.
Perhaps we should inform Norbog and Bianca that it's pretty safe to enter as long as we do not disturb the roots and the digestive system.
I saw you taking a look at the nature before. Maybe you could take a closer look now that we're not in so much stress. Maybe you get more information.
I've never been able to study such a fantastic phenomenon up close before.
So as you take a closer look at it, Gnick, this is profane. This is some kind of twisted version of the nature that you love and revere so much. This is not spreading or growing life. It is removing it. It is destroying and absorbing life.
Upon further investigation,
Upon further inspection,
it may now seem to be time to save this bullywug. I think
Why?
because now it's not such a natural positive thing. It looks more destructive.
If it's destructive, then we should get our friends and go.
I have vowed to save people. And so, in a class flame blade, and I'm striking it to save this creature.
Does my 16 tell him if it's dead or not?
well, Gnick, let's see the attack.
Oh no! I thought I could stop it.
You good? Yep. All right. So you slash at this pod, and the root reacts, as all the roots do, and the ground shakes. The bullywug spills out onto the floor of this place, covered in this thick, sticky sap. And the roots retreat into the ground, completely destroying the other two huts. And then the ground begins to shake around everyone.
Fucking goddamn it. I was like, don't go in there. It's a trap.
And then after a time, it subsides.
Oh, I thought we were rolling initiative for sure.
We may yet be. Yeah.
Can we go?
What did they even do?
Well, I don't know. I don't really want to know.
We can't go without them. Do you want to fight whatever we're fighting without them?
No, I just want to. We don't need to fight anything. We just need to know what's going on.
Okay. Guys. You know what? Guys. I just say loudly enough to hope that they hear, but not screaming.
I turn and look.
Come on, let's go.
I take Nick's hand again. I pull him.
The bullywug is lying on the ground. Part of its face has been eaten away by whatever this process was. You can see its exposed skull and eye socket. It seems unresponsive.
It seems unresponsive?
As it's laying on the ground, yes.
My 16 can't tell us if it's dead or not?
Feels pretty dead.
Okay, great. Okay. Come on, you Nick.
Can we find the footsteps again? I'll look for that.
Absolutely. So
What do?
If you guys are continuing to follow the footsteps and kind of move past this horror show, you eventually see the silhouette of a massive building in the distance.
That's supposed to be there.
I don't know. I've never been this way before.
Good.
What do I roll to see if I recognize it? History?
Yes, please. Well, it didn't take much. Because with that little bit of history, you recall that this is Castle Neartar. It
What?
was formerly a stargazer observatory, a group of people studying the sky, long before the Mire was here. Since then, it has kind of been a hideout for various groups. But the strange part is where there used to be a massive domed observatory with an impressively large telescope in it. The roof is broken open, and there is this enormous tree sticking out of the top. And hanging from it is a series of bizarre ink fruit. And we're going to take a break right there.
Oh.
All right, get
Right?
those short rests in. We'll be back.
Did I catch the producer unaware?
Get him.
Yeah, there we go.
Oh.
You know what? There's probably a platform out there where we could pretty simply... There's got to be something open source for creating fighting games, right? We can make a Mercs of Mischief fighting game.
Look, we got to come up with special moves. You can't just say it's a fighting game.
Well, all the special moves are built in. We just have to rip off all of WotC's IP.
I picture that Grubhub in the Forgotten Realms is delivered by a literal grub. And when you close the door, it hops up on two legs and dashes away.
Hooves Hub.
I don't.
I don't know what's better, the name or the silence that came immediately afterwards.
I was thinking
come up to your
fleet
window?
eat. Can you imagine an army delivering one like taco to your door?
I think
Maybe.
that the Academy should corner the gig economy here.
I think it's
Let's do
Dimension
it.
DoorDash.
Dimension DoorDash?
Brandon, we can't hear you.
I think he said, "God damn it!"
That seems like a very Braden.
Now
thing
he's
to say.
flailing about, even though we still can't hear
He's
him.
entering problem-solving mode.
He's cussing out something. Like, man, that was so easy.
I like when you like steal like a shitty truck from like some farm people.
Like
Fucking every cop in the county comes after you guys. When you like
Vincent,
break out of a hospital, it's just like, well, I went over the bridge. They're gone now.
Like, seriously, Uzak, you should be ashamed of yourself. This is like the fucking easiest shit. You have been programming Monopoly games since 1992. Alright? This isn't difficult. How did you fucking whiff this so bad? No, like, this is fucking inexcusable. In fucking 2010.
Still frozen on my side. I'm playing with a bunch of fucking ghosts, and nobody can complete this auction. I'm looking at a fucking empty auction screen. This is all fucking Ubisoft's fault. You fucking shit the bed so bad on a game that was mastered before the fucking Great Depression. Holy shit!
Ow, God, I can't breathe.
Scratched the code. It ain't over yet. I've played my Silver Flame Ritual card, which places a +1/+1 counter on each creature I control. And if I play it with the Adamant cost, if at least 3 white mana was used to cast the spell, all of the creatures gain Vigilance as well, giving my token knight +1/+1 in Vigilance along with both of my Basari lieutenants and my youthful knight. I'm doing the Yu-Gi-Oh thing. I place into play my Silverwing Squadron, a flying human knight. It has vigilance, so it does not need to tap to attack. When the Silverwing Squadron's power and toughness are equal to the number of creatures I control, Silverwing Squadron, whenever it attacks, create a 2/2 white knight creature token with vigilance equal to the number of opponents I have. And that's you, Kaima!
Party pillows don't have to be weird.
They don't.
I know. They can be very weird. That's why I said they don't have to be.
Yeah, but I mean, if you're using a skeleton as a pillow, Skylar, what are you doing?
It's a pill. It's a what?
It's a pile of bones. It's not a pillow.
It's a friend.
It is calcium at best.
Ambush! Push!
No, please!
Ambush! Push!
Hey.
What are you doing?
You stop.
Why don't we're close?
Hello. Who would like really hard mozzarella stick? I found them on the table.
Best wooden plank you eat.
This mozzarella stick is good for you.
Oh, I touched. Let me touch your face.
Caress me, sir.
I'm trying to, but your face is too far.
I spilled bodies everywhere. But I do know the solution. There's a business called Penn's Catering. Feeding hellspawn and getting bodies gone. Feeling swole.
Okay, I killed their healer. Good puppy. Good puppy. No,
Yes.
you need to ride this out to its final tragedy. Like
Guys, I've been talking to this dog for a while, and he's got some good ideas.
I have a technical question. How short is that T-shirt?
It's a crop top.
You.
It's a crop top. It's not lewd. I'm sorry, my midriff is there. Don't shame me.
Are you a fucking roller derby chick in 1960s California? Why do you have a crop top?
Or alternatively, are you a volleyball dude in 1980s California?
Roll the dice if you dare. Let's go and fight, protect, persuade, deceive. Let your party run free. You can't take back your choice in DnD. So go on and work together. Friendly or strangers, help to get a This is your time. It's your story to tell. Enter the world of mercenary. Mischief, mischief, mischief.
Adventurers came from several foreign nations to kill our aberration. We'd never seen the boulder. They drew their swords and charged at Mire, Barry the Beholder. But Barry knew the score. He fought like this before. Dungeons were the place he once called home. His eye stalks flared at his foes. He glared. Their blood soon poured upon the cobblestones. He petrified one, a statue he'd become. Rays of death murdered 4 more others. The mage was all alone in his anti-magic cone. He chewed their faces, cursing all their mothers. Barry the Beholder has 11 points of view. Barry the Beholder's got his eyes on you. Barry the Beholder, he never let us down. Barry the Beholder, he's the mayor of our town. Barry the Beholder, the defender of our town. Adventurers would challenge, but they'd soon be beaten down. Monsters came to, heard of Barry's reputation, and asked him how to run a town. They needed education. Well, Barry the Beholder ran a mayoral convention with breakout sessions to learn how to rule as mentioned. No more dungeon life, they had a purpose and a quest. They'd show the lawful good that they could rule the best. Now there's a frost giant who runs the town of Trent, a dragon green elected right next door, a pit fiend too, a mayor wise and shrewd, and a dark elf mayor, Lich, Necrom, and Sir. So it's education to change your towns and nations. Let the monsters run the show, give it a try. At Aberration U, they all learn what to do to run a town and not make people die. Barry the Beholder has 11 points of view. Barry the Beholder's got his eyes on you. Barry the Beholder, he'll never let us down. Barry the Beholder, he's the mayor of our town. This is the Spellcraft song. Evocation, magic sparks flying, causes havoc, raising walls of ice and fire, force but not prismatic, chain lightning, magic missiles, cones of gold, of flaming spheres, force, cage and fireballs, and Bigsy's hands and swarms of meteors, necromantic magic, dark, morbid, animating, dead man, monsters, magic jar, cloning and life draining, enervation, feigning death, spectral hands, plus all magic death related, also necrophilias, transmutation, magic changes, alters, forms and features, polymorphing enemies to chickens, fish, and other creatures, flying, climbing, moving earth and flesh of stone and stone to flesh, gravity reversing, stopping time and temporal stasis, abjuration, magic protects and defends the caster, shields and globes invulnerable and such spells in the battle pass, rewards its dismiss spell, imprisonment, prismatic sphere, magic circles, anti-magic sanctums, and also sequester. Magic brings monsters fighting for you. Cloud kill, teleport and web, swarms of acid arrows phase, doors, stinking cloud and maze, trap the soul gate, plane shift and wall of stone, and spells that in the end create divination. Magic finds, enhances senses, searches, looks about and does all reconnaissances, read magic, prying eyes and locate object, true strike, scrying legend, lore identify, and also arcane sight, illusion, magic hides and disguises, and shadow summons, blur invisibility, and mirror image, misdirection, rainbow pattern, dream and see me, nightmares, and there's also fear, scintillating patterns, major image, ghost sound, weird enchantment, magic rages as it dazes, as it charms a person, hypnotizing, sleep imbuing, domination and confusion, feeble-minded heroism, peace and quest and mass suggestion, sanity, antipathy, and laughing, dancing, power, word stunts. This was the Spellcraft song. Library Dungeon Master started D&D at the local library, his favorite RPG. Some parents made a phone call, said that their kids could play, but they had one condition: in the room they'd stay. Library Dungeon Master said, alright, okay, but I have my own condition. You gotta filter what you say. Observing from behind your kids is awkward and strange. You'll have to leave the room if you interrupt my game. Hello, helicopter, tiger parent 2, bulldozer daddy, mother drone, what's new? Difficult parents, better watch your tone, or it's bye-bye helicopter, tiger, bulldozer, drone. Round 1. Fight! Helicopter parent, or his daughter heated hover, anxious and erotic, soon became a bother. Overseeing dice rolls, correcting all her math. DM said, time to go, you've caused my wrath. Round 2, fight. Tiger mom parent, watch your daughter fighting sadly, and she rolled a 1 and missed. How'd you do so badly? You disgraced our family, embarrassed me so much. DM said, here's $10, go get lunch. Hail a helicopter, tiger parent 2, bulldozer daddy, mother drone, what's new? Difficult parents better watch your tone, or it's bye-bye helicopter, tiger, bulldozer, drone. Round 3, fight! Bulldozer daddy cleared the way for his son. Battle giants for him to make sure he had fun. Wouldn't let him fail, no hardships would he face. DM said time to go bulldoze some other place. Round 4, fight. Mother drone parent seemed to be okay. She didn't say much, standing far away. But her son took a hit, insanity he drove her. How dare you hurt my son? And she flipped the table over. Hail a helicopter, tiger parent 2, bulldozer daddy, mother drone, what's new? Difficult parents better watch your tone, or it's bye-bye helicopter, tiger, bulldozer, drone. This is a song about Nate the Necromancer. All the ladies loved him, he was a romancer. Wing Wong Wombi, it's a skeleton and zombie and the ghoul and the ghast and the vampire song. Nate got married to his goth girl wife, had 5 daughters, lived a happy, happy life. Wing Wong Wombi, it's a skeleton and zombie and the ghoul and the ghast and the vampire song. I won't take long, no need to be vague. Each daughter died from a tragic magic plague. Wing Wong Wombi, it's a skeleton and zombie and the ghoul and the ghast and the vampire song. Nate's wife said, call Pete the polymorpher. Nate said, I'll handle it, I will raise our daughters. Wing Wong Wombi, it's a skeleton and zombie, ghoul and the ghast and the vampire song.
All right, adventurers, welcome back.
Wasn't it a car wreck?
What? Fuck, I think you may be on a delay from the rest of us. I feel like you're responding a little late. All right. Anyways, let's see if he has some announcements before we jump back into the show. Puck.
Oh, good.
Oh yeah, he's on a major delay. Hey, Puck.
Okay.
Why don't you?
Hello and welcome back.
Oh God.
If anyone can hear me. Oh no.
You're on a super huge delay. All right.
Yeah.
Why don't you go ahead and reset your Zoom?
I'm gonna hop back out, hop back in.
Hop out and hop back in. In the meantime, let's see if I can.
I'm the DM now.
Yeah. You're gonna be the DM. But no, let's meet all of our players.
See? Look, I'm right here.
With starting with the new DM. Faye, why don't you tell us what you do and where we can find you?
Hello. I am Mendarii. You can also call me Faye. That's my real life name. What? Mendarii is spelled Mendarii. I am a Twitch streamer who does lots of D&D content, world building, DMing type things, writing all that good stuffs. I make content on Patreon and on YouTube and on again Twitch, and then I do other things on Twitter, and we also do a podcast. Me and Jonathan do. It's also D&D. So if you want to check that out, you totally should. I think I have a link tree command thing. Yes. All the links.
Somebody does the Bianca command.
I got it.
While I'm sorting this. Hey, how about next up we talk to Ganik. Let's see if I can sort this out.
Hello, it is Royalty
do
No
this,
Y, also known as Lee Royal. I am a cosplayer, actor, stuntman, entertainer. I do a lot of variety stuff within entertainment altogether. I typically stream on Twitch Monday, Wednesday, Friday, doing all sorts of games. And yeah, I'm happy to partake in this campaign that we got going on right now. Oh, and the link's about to drop. Once either I write it or someone else writes it, and I started off as a ranger, and I feel like they're a good group of people.
Okay, everything's back to normal. Fuck, you can take over again.
All right. Thank you so much. Who have we done so far?
We did Bianca and Nick.
Okay, cool. Next up, we got Angelo. Angelo, tell us about yourself.
Hi, everyone. I'm Saber, and improvising is what we do here. I am an improviser. I teach improv on a regular basis, and I also improvise with Dirty 20 Gaming on occasion. I'm hearing things. Sorry, I fixed it. That's why I was doing expressions. And I also do art. I did the art for this one, and you can find some of my stuff on Instagram, Saber_Sensei. Thanks so much for having me.
Thank you for coming. We are having a day over here. And last but not least, Norbog, tell us about yourself.
Hi guys, I'm Arkady. I'm a regular here on the Mercenaries of Mischief, so you can see me not only on Wednesday nights in Class Trip, but you can also see me in the regular Sunday game, which we play in the afternoon, evening, so come hang out with me and the other party. I also am a regular over on Mom's Trash Bin, where I do Friday Night Fire Emblem nights, which are ladies' night, where Puck plays Fire Emblem, and I drink, and it's a good time. And other people tend to stop by, and then it goes off the rails. I also do my own thing over on Twitter. I'm a cosplayer, so I frequently make things. I stream on my own, and you can find me on Twitter as Arkady Cosplay, and you can find me on Twitch as Arkady Plays.
All right. Thank you so much. And thank you to all of our wonderful players and viewers. And thank you, everybody, for your patience today. Having a little bit of trouble today, but we shall press on. All right. So, when last we left our heroes, they had been trudging through the mire of dead men, discovering very unusual roots that appear to be absorbing both life and death in this place. The music's back now. Yeah, you guys can hear it. Get all spooky. And they have come across Castle Naitar, deep in the mire of dead men, and where the castle's observatory once stood, there's this massive tree with this unusual pink fruit hanging from it. And that is where we start. We pick back up. So you guys can see this in the distance as you're coming up on it. There doesn't appear to be much activity on the outside.
About how far away is it? You said it was like pretty big, but it's
pretty big. So it's in the distance. You're probably 100, 200 feet away.
Okay. Is there maybe any way in that like we can see, or are we too far away to see that?
From what you can see, like it's not walled. The structure itself is just kind of the core of it, and there's appears to be several entrances along to the west side of it.
Okay. Well, I say we head that way, and again, quiet, since we've been so good at that this entire time. Maybe now is the time for... Has that a trace, Nick? Might be important.
Lord Sylvanas, cast your giant oak tree shadow upon me and my party members, and I will use my other spell slot.
All right. And the other spell slot is used. Probably won't need those.
It's fine. You have magic shapes. wildness. It's fine.
All right. So here is what it looks like, and I'm going to put you guys in a moment. But if you're hitting pass without a trace, give me your stealth rolls. You all get +10.
$23.
All right.
18 for me.
Okay. 17 for Angelo, 15 for Ganek.
Oh wow, we needed that. Holy!
Nailed it.
Suspicious.
We're not a stealth party, huh?
No.
Dun, 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 dun,
Dun,
dun,
dun, dun, dun, dun.
Getting a Scooby-Doo it up in here.
Oh
Yeah,
my God.
looks like we're Scooby doing it. So, question: who has dark vision? Okay, everybody but Bianca.
I have a lantern.
All right.
I do not light it though, so I'll just be vibing in the dark.
All right. You can try to find your way in the dark, but as you guys approach it, you can see that there seems to be this kind of tent village that has sprung up around it. And as you approach it near the entrance and get closer, it almost seems kind of deserted.
I'll go into a tent.
Could you ping on the map
into
where
one
we
of the
are again?
tents?
Yeah.
Oh, sure. Let me bring it up for you.
Oh no. I'm on darkness.
You're on darkness? Hang on. Might have to adjust it because it's switched over. Dirt.
I thought you were immersing us into the fact that it was just dark.
It was dark. I was like, okay, all right, well.
No.
Oh wow.
I saw a flash. And then it was all dark again.
It's very small up in the corner.
Yes, it is.
Yep. There you are. And I gotta give Nick his dark vision. So feel free to move about.
Shit.
Yeah, I'd like to approach one of these tents.
And see like a field.
Right. So as you approach these tents, it looks like they're constructed some time ago.
Do they still seem to be abandoned when I get up closer?
You can't see inside from that direction, but it looks like, I mean, you don't imagine there's anyone inside from the look of it.
Great, I'm gonna walk around the front and look inside. I wanna find people. Or a person.
All right.
Yeah, go around to the front.
I'm gonna stick on the side, like looking, because you said that there were doors on the west side.
Yes, doors on the west side of the castle.
So
which
is that where Norbog's going?
Yeah, it's in this direction.
Okay.
So as you peek inside, there's some scattered, kind of how usual items that you would expect to find. Some broken cups, some pieces of utensils that look like they were carved out of bones. But nothing particularly interesting pops out at you the moment you look directly inside.
Can I search?
You
Can I go inside and search?
You can search all you like.
What do you want me to do?
Well, give me an investigation check. And I have to think real hard about where Bianca is right now.
Oh no. Sorry, Bianca. 16.
I'm a snooping.
Yep, you're definitely a snooping. 16, as you're rooting through it, you actually find 4 silver pieces amongst the remains of stuff there. And a shield that it looks like it was constructed out of the shell of a turtle.
That's intriguing.
Bianca, something moves in the water.
Oh no. Do I see?
Oh God.
Oh no.
I can just see a corner of
It's
something
large.
terrible.
It's not small. Good. Oh, it
does
tries to tag me?
19 break your AC?
Fuck, yes!
An
Oh no, I'm a
enormous,
baby, don't hit me.
an enormous crocodile lunges out of the water and wraps its massive jaws around Bianca.
God damn it, Bianca.
The only way we'd know that from here is if she made a sound.
Bianca, you take 19 piercing damage.
No, I mean, I'm pretty sure Nick and Norbog can at least see part of this.
Oh, you definitely hear it.
Yeah, it's within my field of vision. How you doing, Bianca?
101 hit point.
And I need you to make a save.
Oh, fuck me. What kind of a save?
It is a... It's... sorry, no, you're just grappled. Escape
Oh,
DC
good.
is 16.
Oh, good. Okay.
Just so you know, we can only see Angelo and we don't.
I'm fixing that up right now. I think.
Oh,
Yeah.
my lordy.
You snooped!
It wouldn't have hit me if I had my blade song up.
I'm gonna need... All right, if you reload it now, you should be able to get Norbog's field of vision.
Oh,
by far the
wait.
largest.
Just piercing damage I took, yeah?
Yes, just piercing damage.
Okay, never mind then.
I like that you looked at Norbog so judgmental about going in a tent and then went and did that.
I was going around like slowly around the side I'm looking at.
So, we're gonna be in
I
initiative
was going
now,
around the
folks.
side of a castle.
Oh my God.
So I'm just gonna go ahead and clear up.
Oh, a nat 20 on initiative. Glad I'm wasting my nat 20 on turn order.
Hey, you can get over here fast.
I can. I will get over there in one turn.
That's a great nat 20
Oh,
from myself.
All right. Bianca, what do you got?
Wait, I rolled one of these and I can't remember which one I rolled, and they're very different rolls.
Okay.
So I'm gonna roll again. And
That's
hope it's
fair.
not worse, because it was okay. Okay. Dirty 20.
Okay. So that's good. That means you will go ahead of this giant crocodile
Off me.
that now has you, trapped in its jaws.
Okay.
And sorry, that's too big. There we go. I made it smaller.
Okay, well that's a little better, I guess.
Sorry, I made it too large for what it is. All right. So the top of the round is we've got Norbog. Norbog,
Yeah.
you heard a very distressing sound.
Yeah,
That sounded like Bianca was getting eaten.
I run, and as I run, I kick into a rage. And I walk up right there, which is 40 feet, and that's my distance. And I'm gonna hit it twice with my Heartthorn Thicket.
Please
Or
hit
attempt
it.
to hit it twice.
Or just pry me out of the mouth.
I'm gonna hit it. That didn't hit it, did it? First one is 16 to hit.
16 to hit on this is enough.
Okay, so it takes 19 damage total, because I'm
right.
raging. And the second one is 16 to hit as well.
All right.
And it also takes 20 damage on that one.
All right.
Oh, and my wild magic kicks in. I forgot about that. So I gotta roll a d8 and figure out what my wild magic is doing. I got an 8 on my wild magic table. So my wild surge for that is a bolt of lightning shoots from my chest. Another creature of your choice that you can see within 30 feet must succeed on a Constitution saving throw or take 1d6 radiant damage and be blinded until the start of your next turn. Until the rage ends, I can do this again each turn as a bonus action. So the crocodile needs to take a Constitution saving throw.
Okie dokie.
I was like, you hit Bianca.
It gets a
And-
natural 20.
Never mind. Well, I can try it again on the next round.
This crocodile's got so much constitution, y'all.
It's got constitution
Get it.
all up in this.
I'll
bitch.
get it.
So as you're wailing on this crocodile, its jaws continue to be clamped down tightly on Bianca.
Sorry.
No, we're good. I'm fine.
Bianca?
Well, I'm going to try to get out of its mouth.
Okie dokie. That is, it's the escape. So you can use athletics or acrobatics.
Okay.
However you choose.
It's not good. What the I've been rolling like shit tonight. Let's see. Acrobatics or athletics.
Somebody always goes near the water.
I didn't know it was water. I didn't know what it was. I was just walking that way.
Well, water.
8.
No, that's not enough.
I'm doing my best.
Nick.
I'm gonna die.
I mean, maybe.
Wait, hold on. Hold on.
Okay.
Okay. Wait. So I'll do my movement to get closer, and I would like to use Thorn Whip to. Oh Jesus! I want to use Thorn Whip to wrap like around its mouth of the near the opening, and try to pull, so that to free Bianca.
So you want to try and pull the jaws open?
Yes.
All right.
After I get a little bit closer.
Yeah.
But not too close.
That's fair. I wouldn't want to be too close to this situation either. So, you know what? Make an attack. Let's see if you hit him with the Thorn Whip. And then I'll make you do an opposing strength check against this crocodile to open its mouth. 17, you hit it. Thorn Whip wraps around the top of the crocodile's jaws. All right, Nick. Let's see what you got for strength.
That's also 5 for damage. Even the 5 for damage just to make myself feel good about it.
Oh yeah, he's taking 5. Give me that strength athletics check to pull that mouth open.
Don't forget you're still inspired.
Okay, that is a critical fail.
Oh no!
Well, so even if I try to use some inspiration, that's not going to do anything.
It would make the roll up to 6 higher than 3. The crocodile rolled a 13. So that's not gonna cut it either way. Now it's the crocodile's turn.
I'm gonna get eaten by this crocodile.
And the crocodile continues to drag Bianca into the water. This is some Nature Channel shit right now.
Help me!
This little gleeful laugh right now is horrible.
I'm sorry. It's just this always happens whenever I put a crocodile in.
Benevolent dungeon master, my ass.
Norbog, does 23 break your AC?
Yes, it does.
You take a crocodile tail to the face.
What type of damage is that?
14 bludgeoning, and I need you to make a strength saving throw.
Okay, so it's 7 bludgeoning. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And I have advantage on strength saving throws because I'm raging. So
Okay.
First one is a 14. Second one is an 18.
Okay. You do not get knocked on your ass.
Good, thank you. Wow, okay.
But the crocodile has dragged Bianca into the water.
I'm
but
working on it. I'm working on it.
You do get an attack of opportunity against the crocodile.
I will take it. I'm gonna take a swing with my thicket as it drags her.
Thicket? A thicket's no trick.
I have my Heart's Thorn Thicket. It's a giant. Oh yeah, if you guys don't know what my club looks like because you're new, it's this giant club that's just thorns and roses all mixed together, and it does poison and bludgeoning damage. So I am smacking him with that. 27 to hit.
Damn.
Oh, you hit him.
So he's gonna
takes a bunch
take
of damage.
15 damage.
All right. Crocodile takes 15 damage. So I don't know how many people are familiar with crocodiles, but they don't let go unless you make them.
Very thrashy.
So it's Angelo's turn. So fun fact, crocodiles, some of them you can still find in 5th edition that have a death roll mechanic. Giant crocodiles don't.
Fun fact about crocodiles in real life, their jaw strength to open is like literally nothing. Like
it's nothing to open.
They got nothing to open, but when they clamp down, you're just
They just not letting go. like they have Angelo, what do you got?
I got not much. I'm gonna literally, I was the furthest away in the last with initiative, so I'm gonna just get up beside Norbog as close as I can and use my bonus action to healing word Bianca from here.
Ah! Help me!
Oh, good.
the best I can do right now.
All right. Let's see how much of those Heelys we get.
Hey,
that's
Tried.
better than 1.
2 ones. Oh no! You know what? It's better than nothing. Thank you so much.
Bianca, no.
It's just like blah 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 blah.
Like a hand.
Yeah. So, Norbog?
How hot is this crocodile looking?
How hot?
Like, how beat up is he?
He's pretty.
How hot is that crocodile?
Well, he's on the cover of GQ magazine.
He's scaly.
so-
Listen, we're together right now, so it's a little rude of you to ask.
Fine. Do you want me to leave you alone then? Because I can like go the other direction if you'd like to be alone with him.
Listen, he ain't no Gnick putting armor on you.
No, save me. Okay. He looks pretty roughed up. This crocodile looks like it just wants to retreat with its food now.
I'm not gonna let him. I'm gonna smack him twice more because that seems to be working pretty dang well.
Okay.
So first rage hit, 25 to hit.
Yep, that'll do it.
And he takes 15 plus 11 plus 3.
Okay.
29 damage.
Yep, that's right.
Real good at basic math by doing this show.
Hey, look,
So
that's
proud
what
of
it
you.
does. So you go charge again, you give it a good whack on the head, and the jaws loosen.
Great.
And it kind of goes limp and sinks beneath the waves.
Yeah, then is it dead? Can I still see it?
How deep is this water?
Not super deep. It's only about just above, it's about waist high.
Okay.
Because I got a second attack, but not a second action. If I had a second action, I would grab Bianca. But, like, can I still see where he's sinking? Can I give him another good thwack while he retreats to see if I can just kill him?
It seems pretty dead.
Oh, okay.
Whoops.
Look, you can hit it again. I ain't going to tell you can't.
No, I'm good. I thought he was retreating, not
Oh, no, he
drowning, dying.
No, you beat him to death. with
Okay,
your
well then
mace.
I am going to grab Bianca then and like start dragging us out of this water. Getting my fur wet, which I hate, and I'm panicked.
Very well.
I rush to help, although she probably doesn't need help, and I'm pulling Bianca out of the water.
She's gonna need a healer, and I can't do that.
Well,
Lyra's
I-
5, so
Give me your hand, Bianca, and we hold hands and pray with me. Lord Savanas, please provide the exact amount of maple needed to heal so that Bianca may not be on death's door.
I almost think it's funnier if at the end of all that, Gnick doesn't cast a healing spell. He's
like, I hope that you're fixed.
I hope you feel better. But no, you were healed for 11 HP through Cure Wounds.
Okay, all right, okay.
That's most of what you lost back
I'm
now.
almost at max hit points again. I am a small bean.
Can I bring the alligator? Like, am I able to lift this thing out of the water potentially?
Oh, that's gonna be a strength check, my dude, because that is huge.
Did you say it's what? How deep?
It's about waist high.
Oh, so I can put my hand on it if I need to.
Yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely. It's just
In
heavy.
which case, I'm gonna take my scimitar and maybe chop off some of the scales.
All right.
I would like to add some studded armor onto my leather.
All right. You harvest some crocodile scales.
You should probably
probably not the best time to do those modifications, but you could definitely do that when you have a chance to rest.
Yeah, all right, cool.
I'll make you do a check to see how well you do. But yeah, I like where your head's at. That's awesome. Right. So you have rescued Bianca from the crocodile.
I cast prestidigitation on myself, so I'm not wet anymore.
You
Yep.
Get me too.
Sure. Yep.
Thanks. Appreciate it. I like shake out my hair in like the fluffy water.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Put it on either. I do that Dyson fan blade thing.
Yeah, Norbog like poofs up a little bit with her poofy fur.
You're a little tall. Come down. Okay.
Bianca, what were you thinking?
I was just walking.
What? You were walking in the wrong direction. You have to stay with us. I was really worried about you.
You all walked away. I can't see.
Oh.
I hold out my hand. Good. Give her a +1. Actually, give her a -1 and then a +1 so she's balanced out. Oof.
I'm all
should we go
about
back to the
balance.
tents?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd be
What
okay
tents?
with exploring more. Bianca, there's a bunch of tents.
I can't see anything. It's so tall.
We'll explain it.
Yeah, we're going to describe it as we go.
I'll just be here, I guess. Please be quiet.
Look who's talking. No. I mean, yeah, let's just go. And we start walking back toward the tent. Is this the same tent? The one that's close? No, that's not the same one that we were just...
I was in the one that was
this
closest, yeah.
Right.
So this appears to have once been kind of like an active village or a semi-active village, but it appears largely abandoned at this point. Like most of it has been moved to another location, or whoever lived here has just kind of walked away.
Can we get a sense of like what kind of people lived here, like class or status, or if it was like an entire race of people?
The turtle shell shield you found was similar to the ones being used by the lizard folk that descended on Waterdeep.
Hmm.
I'm actually not going to do any real investigating. I'm going to follow the other two and just be describing everything I see to Bianca, probably in way too much detail, but as quietly as I can.
All right.
Following, I guess.
As you all kind of make your way through this abandoned village, I would like a perception check.
And
God, I've rolled 5 like 3 times in a row. I can't.
Only that was a 20. You could get over and over. I got a 12.
we are all a bit shaken and not.
Can I use my passive 13?
Sure. So, with the path, you think you hear some footsteps in the darkness.
Whoa. We're gonna get ambushed.
Angelo and Nick hear it.
I say that to Bianca.
We should probably find some way to take cover.
Should probably just give up on being stealthy.
What direction do you think they're coming from? Can you tell?
They're kind of moving around you guys.
Great. We're
I
getting flanked.
think they're aware of where we're at already.
I'm gonna grab my lamp and I'm gonna light it up so I can see.
Okay.
I don't think it matters anymore. I'm like, there's footsteps behind us. Fucking.
What is your light distance for your lamp?
It is a hooded lantern, so it casts bright light in a 30-foot radius and dim light for an additional 30 feet. Once lit, it burns for 6 hours if I use the full pint of oil. And then I can lower the hood and reduce it to dim light in a 5-foot radius if I wanted to.
Excellent. If you refresh, it should have your full light now.
Okay. Oh, I can see so far.
All right.
What do my elf eyes see?
Well, seemingly shadows moving in the darkness. But they have big ears.
What?
See the outlines. They have big ears.
How tall? Are they Norbog tall or short?
Not quite Norbog tall, but still pretty tall.
Could be hobgoblins.
Well, if we see shadows, like, wandering around us, I feel like we've given up all pretense here.
Yeah, I'm gonna say I'm gonna take a chance and say in Goblin. We can see that you're there. Won't you show yourselves, please?
A hobgoblin.
Nailed it.
With long horns, clad in monk-like garb, steps forward. What are you doing here?
Well, they've come to investigate some things, and I'm looking for someone, and I don't know, you might actually be able to help me.
Oh?
Are there other hobgoblins here?
We have a commander.
Do you know a man by the name of Jergot Tetrith?
You do know our commander.
Your commander?
Are you a friend of his?
Not personally. I'm the daughter of a friend of his. His friend sent me.
And this hobgoblin kind of eyes you up and looks at your group of, unusual adventurers. And
Ragtag.
Wounded wizard.
Hey, she's barely wounded anymore.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And she's clean. Like, we're clean, too.
Yeah, I'm spotless in this one.
I'm magically clean. All right. We'll see if what you say is true. Stay near the tents. And this hobgoblin disappears into the shadows.
I will turn back and say in common, because I'm pretty sure none of you speak Goblin, which was what that conversation would have been in. We're going to stay near the tents. There's some hobgoblins here. They're going to get their commander, and we're going to be very nice and respectful, okay?
Okay.
Thank you.
They're not in it gonna hurt us?
I don't know. We're gonna try not to get hurt by them, but I don't. I think it's worth risking it.
How did you know? Why did you want to talk to? Yeah, can we get more information?
I don't have much myself, and I'm just looking for someone. I told you, my dad sent me out here.
Right.
He's
That someone's here.
the guard at the keep, and he can't leave on his own mission, so sometimes he sends me to find people. And I think he might be here.
Are they the? Is that the commander or?
I don't know. I'm gonna see. I don't actually know him myself.
Okay.
But
This is helpful information. Thank you.
we're gonna stay by the tents and be nice, because we have no reason not to be yet.
Fair enough.
You can always be mean later, but you can't try to be nice after you've already been mean.
Well, I don't think any of us are mean. I mean, Bianca's a fine line, but for the most part, we're pretty nice people.
I wouldn't say that I'm a nice person.
I think you are beautiful,
No, that assessment's
Bianca.
correct. I'm not very good. I'm unkind. But it takes some time, but you eventually see a trail of lanterns exit Castle Neatar. And you hear the clanking of armor as a group approaches you. A hobgoblin clad in heavy splint mail walks up, a long sword at his side and a shield on his back. And as he is slowly coming into view for you, you can see that half of his face is distorted. Poor growths. Like, have you ever stuck a piece of plastic into boiling oil that wasn't built to withstand it, and it just starts to like shoot off and get spiky and stuff? Half of his face is like that. It's just like bizarre fleshy tendrils coming off the side of it and twisted and malformed. And he steps forward. You said you were the daughter of a friend of mine.
Is he speaking common or goblin?
He's struggling through some common.
I will respond back in common then. That seems the courteous thing to do. And I will say, Commander Tetrith, I come on behalf of the Manslayer, and I give him a small bow.
And Manslayer? What the?
My father.
I don't say that out loud.
You can't.
I keep that shit to myself.
It is his name.
She just looks at you like, what the hell? Who is your dad? Whatever.
Some of you have met him.
The Manslayer. He still lives.
He thrives.
Does he?
He sent me to look for you.
And he scoffs a bit. And as he makes an expression, he winces from the pain of the motion in his face. Well, in that case, I suppose it would be honorable to welcome you as guests.
Thank you very kindly. The Manslayer simply has a message for you. He would like you to know that the chief would like you to come back to the fold. And I druidcraft tiny white daisy, and I offer it to him.
With an unsteady hand, and he reaches out, and you can see that his left side, you can see in between the armor, the rest of the skin. It's not just his face that is distorted in this way. And he grabs it. Come inside.
Thank you. I turn back to the others and I nod and kind of give them a look of like, okay, let's go. Be nice. Okay. Good, best manners.
Everything's cool.
Everything's cool. Think everything's cool. Don't touch anything. Hands behind your back.
And he turns to lead you, and then he waves his hand in the air, and he shouts in Goblin, "Iron Shadow disperse." And several of the hobgoblins just fade into the shadows.
What did he call them? The iron what?
Iron Shadow.
Nice. I like that.
You're like, so cool.
Like his operation here.
And he leads the group of you up to Castle Natar, and as you come in, you can see that the innards of the castle are much in the same shape as you saw outside, and these writhing roots are all over the place. They're erupting up through the floors in various locations. This tree that is growing out of the center of this place has kind of taken over the whole building. And he leads you through an entranceway and up a set of stairs into what used to be some kind of storage hall, but has now been repurposed as a kind of banquet and meeting area. And he steps over to a large wooden chair, which you imagine at some point sat some great scholar or lord of the castle, but now he perches himself upon it and offers you all seats.
Thank you. And I sit.
I sit down too. I'm looking all around. What do I see?
You see a number of different hobgoblins here, as well as a collection of gray-scaled and green-scaled lizard folk. The lizard folk appear to be doing more menial tasks, like they're moving boxes around. Some of them are transporting food goods, and there's a couple of them standing guard duty as well. There's a lot of different kinds of hobgoblins here. There are some clad in armor with shields, and others like the ones that you saw outside with long horns, wearing very sleek outfits and moving quite sprightly about. He seems to have a formidable amount of people at his disposal. It's actually unusually warm.
Is there food?
He has some food laid out on the table. It's a collection of foraged meats, some fish. Some nuts and berries, some roots.
I go to reach for food, and then I look to Norbog. Can I have some?
I look at Commander Tetris and see if I can pick up on if this is allowed.
Eat.
And I nod to Angelo.
I just start eating. I'm not really worried about poison, but yeah, there we go.
After I see Angelo start eating, I grab a seat and I'm also eating.
So, I must admit, your father's information is dated. As you can see, I have my own warband now.
You do have quite the setup here. It's very impressive.
Yes. I have a benefactor. He has given me everything I need. He has pulled me out of the depths of my pain and despair and put me upon this soggy throne.
Are you happy then?
I am powerful.
That wasn't the question.
There is some joy to be had in what I wield now.
My father's offer stands regardless of how much power you wield. You don't have to, but you're welcome.
And what of the old war chief? Who does he lead now?
He doesn't lead, he works with everyone. He has a family and hobbies. He's happy. He has a wife. He has me. He has a garden and sunlight. And friends. Not war bands.
He was always softer than the other war chiefs.
Is that such a bad thing?
Perhaps not. But I am too hard to walk his path, I think.
I don't think so. I don't think anyone is too hard to turn things around if they want something different.
And you hear a thumping. And the two Warforged that you were following walk into the room. And one kneels down in front of the captain, and his body unfolds into a table with a crystal setting, and the crystal rises and turns. And a projection of a man with red hair, kind of a freckly face and fine robes and clothes, is magically shined up into the air. And it begins to speak. Oh, I didn't know you were entertaining. My apologies. Don't worry, my subordinates are, from the looks of it, all loaded up. They'll be taking another shipment out to Waterdeep. I trust our continued partnership is still good. Yes.
What does this guy look like?
He looks human. Average height. Kind of slicked back, reddish hair. He's got kind of a freckly face. And he's got a smarmy, punchable grin.
I've never seen him before, have I?
Oh, yeah.
I have. When? Please clue me in. I think I know who it is, but I can't remember when Norbog has.
When you saw him, he wasn't alive.
Was I there for that?
Were you? No, you weren't there for
I thought it was
any
just
of it.
Lilith and Gilbetta.
Yeah, it was just Lilith and Gilbetta. Never
Yeah.
mind.
See, I
You
don't
haven't
know
seen
him.
him.
Yeah. Yeah, it was correct. My instinct to not know
No,
him was
you're
correct.
absolutely right. You haven't seen him.
Yep.
Can I sneakily grab the stone out of my pocket and try to like capture his reflection and then put it in my
capture
bag?
his image? I
Uh-huh.
don't, do a sleight of hand check. Do it. Do it.
Oh god, I'm gonna roll a new die. No, not that one. I'm gonna roll this one. The other one's been rolling like shit. Okay. It's not bad. It's not great. It's not bad.
Okay. He's a magical projection. He doesn't have incredible perception.
19.
Okay. You point the stone on it and then look at it really quick, and you have captured a magical projection reflection in your stone.
Okay. I don't put it in my pocket because I don't want it to activate. So
just like put it, just like set it quietly on the table. Whoops.
yeah, or like put it in like a bag. It's
Yeah.
like
And the captain just gestures to everyone and says, "My guests, allow me to introduce you to my benefactor. This is Azko."
Azko?
Azko. And Asco goes, whoa, whoa, please, no names. All right. We're not supposed to do that. Hey, where are you guys from? Are you affiliated with anybody? And the Warforged table that he's being projected from kind of like shifts and turns towards you.
We're mercenaries, I say before any of the students can talk.
Ah, mercenaries, huh? Look, I don't want to tell you your business, but you're going to want to get on board with my venture. Because it's going to be really hard for folks like you guys to find work out there pretty soon. And really, I want what's best for you.
What do you have to offer?
Oh, let me tell you what I got to offer. My organization, I can't tell you too much because look, you need to want to join. I can't just bait you in. It's not that kind of business. Now, I'm going to leave my boy here, the captain. I'm going to tell him to let you know what you need to do to get in. But all I can tell you is this is going to be the biggest operation in all of Faerun. You're going to want to get in on the ground floor. Trust me.
Sounds like
and he just gives this like wry, smarmy grin.
Is he wearing any insignia or anything like that?
Nothing. He's just wearing he's wearing the medieval equivalent of like a classy tracksuit. Like he's
oh, the gold chains. Yeah.
And look, I'm a nice guy. If you guys get in on this, show me your skills first. It's going to be a little bit of a trial process, but you're going to want to get into it because it's going to be unlike anything else you ever joined up with. Freelancers, it's a hard life. This life, you're going to like it. All right. Anyway, so he turned it around. It's Captain, how's our little botany project going? It's eating more. Yeah. So is that good? Is that bad? Like, what are we looking at here? If it continues to grow the way it is, it may run out of life within the swamp to eat. Several of my exploration parties have vanished. Okay. Not great news. Definitely get you compensated for that. Sorry, probably my bad. Didn't really know what I was getting into. But hey, successful product. That's good news. So why don't we go, if you think it's reaching a threshold, cut it down, burn the whole project, and I'll set you up in a new location, all right? Okay, keep in touch, bud. And the thing folds back up into a completed Warforged again. Then the Warforged say, shipment gathered, returning to Waterdeep. And then turn and walk out of the room.
I don't really like that guy.
You say that out loud?
I do.
Asco is difficult to deal with at times.
But you like it?
He always delivers for me.
Delivers what? What is his business? We don't want to join up unless we know exactly what we're signing up for, but it's a bit unclear what he's doing.
His business is everything.
He did say that I don't know what words are happening right now.
He said stuff.
Things. Sorry. He did say that you would tell us how to find other operations for us to learn more.
If you want to join up, You just need to bring Azko something of value.
Where is Azko?
And value is kind of like based on the person.
Yes. What he values is opportunity. And he kind of looks around a bit. You can tell he's hesitant to say the next thing. But he kind of takes a look at Norbog, mulls it over a little bit. Azko realized that many adventurers in this world run wild. They topple organizations, they kill warlords, they displace unlawful kings. They leave a lot of wreckage in their wake. Azko picks up that wreckage and puts it to good use. That's how he has built his business. That's how he has built his empire.
What is his business?
Criminal enterprise, arms dealing.
Wait a second, aren't you
items.
aren't you friends with Norbog's dad? Why would you want to put her in harm's way like that?
She is not in harm's way.
Criminal activity is not exactly safe activity.
It depends on who is making the laws.
She's an adult. She can do whatever she wants.
You consider yourself...
Whose side are you on?
You consider yourself wreckage.
Don't know what it was like.
Tell me then. Because I don't.
I respect your father too much. I will not subject you to those horrors, but allow me my choices.
All right. Well, just know that if you would like a friend instead of a warlord boss, you still have one. You have two now. And neither me or my father consider you wreckage.
I'm sorry something terrible happened to you, especially at the hands of maybe people like us. That's awful. You didn't deserve it, I'm sure.
That time is over. People don't just leave Azko's organization.
Does organization have a name?
Not to be uttered.
How on earth are we going to know what to look for, who we're supposed to be associating with?
If you have something of value for Azko, he finds you.
Seems counterproductive.
It's how he does business. It's how he stays alive. I killed him once. He forgave me.
Commander, you mentioned you're losing sentries, you're losing your scouts. On our way here, we stumbled upon a great camp that seemed to be devoured by roots. Is that the cause of your scouts to go missing?
Yes, I believe so.
So you're putting up with this danger in your own land. And for what?
It's It's what Asco needs. The sorrow blossom is ravenous.
Sounds like a bad chief.
He is not my chief. He is my benefactor. He gives me money, gives me men, gives me weapons.
And you lose the men, though.
I've altered the patrol routes. It shouldn't happen again.
So, am I to understand that he has this weird magical meeting with you and tells us that you will give us instructions on how to proceed along with this organization? And your answer is just, well, he'll find you?
No. If you'll recall, I said find an opportunity for him, and then he'll find you.
That's not instructions. That's a cop-out. That's bullshit.
There's lots of kinds of opportunities and lots of things that are valuable, so you need to give us a little bit more direction.
I told you what he values.
What did you bring him?
I brought him information. I saw things when I was at Splice Labs. Things that he wanted to know about. Information. Locations. Experiments. Items.
But how did he know that you knew this? You just threw out into the atmosphere one day, you said, Asco, please, I have this information for you. Oh, so much secrets for you to learn. And then he just found you and was like, yes, please, I would love to learn your secrets. Is that what you're saying? Because it sounds like absolute bollocks.
I tried to sell my secrets, and word got to him. Word always gets down.
How do we get? That's the question now, isn't it?
Then what do you know of this? And I pull out the Adola sapling and I just show the commander.
God, there's more.
So you know of this?
It's just like the seed of the sorrow bloom.
Is that this thing?
I stash it back away. Is that something worth of value that the commander could come to us for? Or not, so that this guy can come to us for Asco. Thank you, Bianca.
Like a steel trap.
It's necessary for what he's trying to do right now.
In which case, you must be that someone who would inform him that we have something of value.
Iron Shadow. And several hobgoblins just emerge from the shadows.
My hand on my sword.
Nope.
Like, no.
Send a message to Asco's metal men. One of our mercenary friends has a sorrow bloom seed. And they nod and depart back into the shadows.
Mr. Commander?
Yes.
I'm kind of slow. Can you remind me why it's better to be part of this organization and not continue on in the direction we're already going?
Better for you or for me?
Well, I mean, most people do things for themselves. And as much as I like you, and I don't really like Azuko, I'm still learning. But like, what's in it for us?
If you join with Azuko, he'll deliver what he promises. And if
They
you
didn't
don't,
promise us nothing.
You didn't ask for anything.
Oh, this is so frustrating.
But if you don't, there is a chance you will wind up in his way. And that is worse.
It's a threat. I'm catching on.
What did he promise you?
He promised that I would have the power to make sure I would never be captured and left behind again.
It's funny that he promised that when you might not be captured, but it certainly does seem like you're being kept.
Daughter of Manslayer, even my hospitality has limits.
Apologies. I overstepped.
It is late. I will allow you to rest in my castle. But in the dawn, it is best that you leave this place.
I hope you find happiness.
What an odd thing to wish a person you have never met.
Oh, I wish that for everyone. But just hearing this conversation, it sounds like you were kind of on the search for that, and you were promised that, and that promise wasn't kept. But I don't want to overstep either. I'm just saying, I hope you find it, whatever you're looking for.
Your father keeps strange company these days.
He keeps good company these days.
It suits him better than his old life.
I think it's a life that could suit anyone.
I have business to attend to. And he forces himself out of his throne. If you need anything, the Iron Shadow will assist you. But do not trespass anywhere in the castle. Please stick to the areas we have given you. And he steps out, and a couple of these shadowy hobgoblins step forward and escort you guys to some rooms. The accommodations are not lavish. This is a ruined castle, but they're probably the nicest you feel that they could muster for you at this point. And they escort you into the room, and then they step outside, and the door closes. And you guys are left in there, the four of you.
Are they listening? Are they watching the door?
I don't know, Bianca.
All right, I'm gonna drop magical awareness and see if anybody has dispelled this room.
Can I listen to the door and see if like I hear footsteps walking away, or like if there's like a little like gap underneath? Maybe like look and see if there's like feet.
You sure can. Give me a perception check. And magical awareness, there doesn't appear to be any enchantments or anything in this room.
Okay. Well, the room
17,
seems clear from magical traps or devices.
I have no bonus.
17, there are 2 guards outside the door.
Okay.
And Ginnick whispers, so we're totally going to sneak around, right?
You're totally not.
It just seems so Bianca, and super obvious. We won't sneak out.
Well, so I did have an idea.
Uh-huh.
Yes. I'm for this idea.
Hold on, give me like 10 minutes. And she's gonna sit down on the ground and she's gonna cast Detect Magic. But she only has it as a ritual, so she's like, hold on, I need to. Just need to.
Everybody give me 5. Ooh, okay.
Grab out the book, just. Okay.
Nick, to what end do you want to sneak around? We already have the answers that we were all sent for. What more are you looking for?
We don't have any.
It just seemed so enticing that the big, almost kind of bad guy told us not to sneak around. It was the threat that gives me the curiosity that maybe there's more going on here that he has yet to tell us.
Okay, but
Bianca almost died an hour ago, and that was a crocodile that didn't have weapons.
She's never looked better.
Flipping through my book.
I love adventure as much as the next person, and I think this would be a really great adventure if it weren't for the fact that there's obviously somebody involved here who's very much in pain and very powerful, who could very much hurt us, and this is not our current mission. Norbog, did you get what you needed from these folks?
Yes.
I think we need to move on.
What he said is true. There is a point where his hospitality will run out, and it is cruel to abuse someone who has been abused.
Whereas we have checked off most of the goals of our little adventure, I will recede my curiosity and
For the goal of staying alive?
I have opinions about this, but I'm working on something right now.
I have opinions.
And see, normally I would offer, I also have Detect Magic and could maybe speed up the spell, but I'm not gonna, so...
We just hold on for like 5 minutes.
Also, like, I did drop Magical Awareness, which does a whole lot that Detect Magic can do. Just throw that one out there.
Yeah, but this doesn't cost a spell slot, so it's like, whatever.
That's true.
Gonna double check.
I've got the time to do it, I might as well.
There is a sound like a branch snapping.
There a window?
Yep, there are windows.
What's out the window?
Tumbling past you are these pink fruit that are attached to this tree. They're dropping off the branches.
Yeah.
All right, you go to catch one?
Yeah.
All right. You catch it, and there's this black tar-like substance sticking to portions of it. And as you get a look at it, it's pink and it has a face. But the face, the eyes are wide open and black, and the mouth is extended almost in a permanent scream. And this thick black tar-like substance is pouring from the eyes and mouth. And we're gonna stop there tonight.
Yeah.
Well, I hate that a lot.
I was thinking it would make a really great puppet until you started making it cry black stuff.
Guys, I have such a good idea.
Okay.
I am for
We'll
the
hear
idea.
it next week.
Next week's episode.
Next time on Class Trip.
Oh, I hate that Asco so much. You know, at least Zelos had some class. You know, this guy's just like ripping off his whole deal, taking over his businesses and shit. Yeah, for those of you, go back and watch the finale of season 2. All right, if you want a little taste into some background here, but it's pretty fucked up, if you ask me.
Oh,
Little bitch boy
we're gonna
Asco.
see a lot more of Asco.
Yeah, I hate that bitch. Anyway.
Thank you all so much for watching. Thank you to my incredible cast and our incredible producer and our incredible audience for keeping us going here. I know we had a little bit of technical difficulties, but we sorted it out in the end. Don't worry, Lairah will be back. She just had a little bit of an emergency today, but we'll all told she's going to be back again next week. Thank you all so much for watching. Thank you, guys, for letting me get you mauled by a crocodile and disturb you with weird face fruit.
Why is it always Bianca?
Thank you for your great storytelling all the time,
I don't
every
do
week.
anything. I'm just here.
Okay, but look, straight up, I looked at that and I'm just like, well, she's on her own. I was thinking in terms of a crocodile. What is the crocodile gonna attack? The person all by
What are the
themselves?
motivations of this crocodile?
Look, I watch a lot of nature shows.
He's
They
a
don't-
method actor.
Please, I'm just a gazelle. I just wanted to live.
You were there all by yourself at the watering hole. But anyways, that's it for Class Trip. Tune in next week as the story continues. Tune in for Sunday for more of this show. And until the next time, class dismissed.
It's D&D, it's D&D, it's D&D, it's D&D. We all agreed to play some D&D. That means role-playing, fighting and slaying, solving puzzles, maybe it's just me. But you guys won't.
No, we won't.
You guys just don't.
No, we don't.
Follow a single plotline through and through. I'm not complaining, but instead of gaming, you find the weirdest other things to do. There was adventure, but you guys wouldn't venture. Instead you said the mountains looked real nice. Middle of winter, you went to the hinter, lands of permafrost and frozen ice. You hid from every danger, you wizard, rogue, and ranger, and found the perfect valley for your quest. In the lands of